Hello, fellow fruit consumers, and welcome back to Summer Fruit Reviews. Today, the kiwi. So, let's talk kiwis. Kiwis you generally find... I'm not sure where you generally find kiwis. Where have I generally found kiwis? I have found kiwis served to me by my parents in my childhood. I have found kiwis in the school cafeteria during elementary school. I have found kiwis at various points in my life being served to me by people who didn't know how to prepare kiwi. So, we're going to go over kiwi preparation today. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Kiwis are a fruit, and fruit is inherently gay. However, if you've been keeping up with this series, you know that my last video, the mangoes, was very light on the explicit homosexuality. However, you just need to understand that that's very much because I am gay for the concept of mangoes. So now that we've taken care of that, I can assure you that these fruits are gay, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, you've got this kiwi. It's got a very fuzzy texture. You don't want to take a bite out of this. You could maybe get away with taking a bite out of a mango. If you're really lucky, you could get away with taking a bite out of a watermelon. You could not get away with taking a bite out of a kiwi. You would find yourself in a very, very unsexy situation. It would be... Here, I'm going to do this for science. I'm going to put my tongue up to the kiwi. It's like licking a cat. I know cats lick themselves, so if you're a cat, feel free to lick the mangoes, or even to eat the mangoes whole. However, don't do that. You've gotta cut into it. So you can either peel the kiwi, however, that seems like it would be a lot more trouble than it's worth. Instead, what you want to do is you want to cut the kiwi. Generally, if you're going to cut a kiwi, you cut it down the middle, so it's to be cut into two special pieces. Kiwis are oblongly shaped with two little terminals, and if you want to bisect this for optimal enjoyment, then you just want to make that a symmetric cut. So, now, this is the quintessential kiwi. Ah, yes. See, I really wish that my iPhone had a smell-o-vision sensor so that you could experience the lovely fragrance of a kiwi. Look how sublime this looks. Now imagine if this abstract work of an art were actually a scent, and it could just transport you to magical places. That's the kiwi scent. Now, one of the excellent things about kiwis is they're very, very good at several phases of their life. They have a very wide window of opportunity for when they are appropriate. So, I have two kiwis here. This one, which is very ripe, and this one, which is just to the point of acceptable ripeness. So, we're going to do the two of them. Now, if you're going to eat a kiwi, I'm going to recommend you eat a very ripe kiwi with... Oh my god, there's no spoons in the spoon drawer, hang on. Anyway, just bumped my titty and I'm now in incredible pain. Scoop and eat. This is the classic method. You can't go wrong. It's a little primitive, but it works wonders. So you just see that fruit. That fruit is just squeezing right on out of there. Now you've got a spoonful of kiwi. You can eat it. Kiwis have a distinct taste. They're very sweet, and they have a sort of a sour aftertaste. It's really remarkable. It's a sublime emotion. Other thing that you can do is you can peel the kiwi. I'm going to attempt this. I hope it doesn't take up too much of our time. Now this is the messier of the options. Well, I suppose that you could have some messier options, but for the sake of this video, this is going to be the messiest one. Just sort of get all of it off, and you end up with this really cute, bald kiwi ass. And you can just sort of it's good. It's very good. It's like the sensation of making out with somebody who's got a lot of rice in your mouth. It's good. Don't ask me about how I know what that feels like. Anyway, the other kiwi, which you may cut in the same fashion, is much more pristine. The other one was somewhat soggy looking. This has got very, very much better firmness, a supple quality to it. A fleshy je ne sais quoi. Now, when you've got this slightly firmer kiwi, I may recommend that you just cut off the asses, which makes your peeling job a lot easier. You should just be able to get the skin off in one fell swoop, maybe 2 fell swoops. So here's fell swoop number 1, fell swoop number 2, fell swoop number 3, fell swoop number 4. You know, it just be like that sometimes. And then, once you've got a sufficient amount of the skin off, I definitely planned this, you can just sort of eat it like that. This kiwi is the prime of its life. It's got almost a savory taste to it. It's a real jack of all trades. Very complex flavor. And finally, for the last flute of the kiwi, we're going to demonstrate the worst way to eat a kiwi, the way that I saw my friends eating kiwis in elementary school, and I wish to enshrine their sheer dumbassery. This is how a heterosexual eats a kiwi. You just eat it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Kiwis are good. They're certainly a choice fruit. I wouldn't buy a kiwi going to the store every week. It's certainly an every once in a while thing. It's like how if you buy 5 pounds of candy corn and then your significant other buys you another 5 pounds of candy corn, you're going to get sick of candy corn. You would get sick of kiwis too. You need to ration it. There's a reason that they're only in season every once in a while. Oh god, I hope kiwis actually are a summer fruit. I didn't actually bother checking if they're in season or not. I could have genuinely, these guys could actually just be from the southern hemisphere and I could just be a dumbass. Shit. Well, we'll find out. Stay tuned for more summer fruit reviews.